are 101 hours into this game. I still got a while to go. We're still, where are we? We're in the White March, I think. Oh, we're in some temple that we were supposed to get an artifact out of, and we were trying to basically be deceptive about it and trying to, I don't know, take over the leadership. I don't know exactly what was supposed to be going on there, but we failed because there's a specific type of skill roll we needed to have, and the main character doesn't have that skill or that stat high enough, and so that wasn't going to happen. We did some save scumming, if I remember right, trying the different options, and the only option that there was like 4 different choices you could make, and the first choice wasn't available to us because Gimpy, the rogue's lore skill, I think, isn't high enough, so it's not there, or it's redded out, so you can't select it. And I'm pretty sure that's the selection you have to make in order to, continue on with the deception, pathway. And yeah, it happens. Just kind of ironic that, trying to be deceptive, it didn't work. Yes, nurse, I need higher attribute stat. So yeah, this lore's only 0, and I think it had to be like 11 or something, or somewhere. I don't know. It was redded out, but I have a feeling it's, his lore skill non-existent. Couldn't have been, stealth or mechanics, because that would have been helpful, but no. But anyway, cast characters. Of course, we have Gimpy, the Wood Elf Rogue. He is currently dual wielding weapons of different types and also using a bow when needed. And Palagina, she's a paladin or tank, although she's tanking with the two-handed sword, which is going fairly well. And then we have Menaha. She is a barbarian using a two-handed sword as well. Although they're using the wrong weapons. Because the issue is, so her sword, the sword she's using is the Grey Sleeper. This is a cursed sword. When you pick it up, it's cursed, and you can't drop it ever. Right? Can you drop it? It's just, she can drop it now. Originally she couldn't drop it at all because it was cursed, but once you finish the little puzzle of going to different locations to unlock it, it's no longer cursed, and it's a good sword and everything. The problem is nobody else can use it, which is a shame because the sword she was using was this one, the Saint Wyden's Redeemer, which is basically a Holy Avenger, and it's going well. But the only problem is we had to rebind it to her Manaha in order for her to use it, and I mean, it's still a good sword. It just needs to be leveled up a little bit more, that kind of thing. But it's a pretty good sword in the hands, and you would think better in the paladin's hands because again, this sword, the Grey Sleeper, is bypasses damage resistant, 10% chance to paralyze on a hit or a crit. It grants slow spirits, 3 per rest, so that's a little spell there. There's a chance to cast it, yeah. So probably better in the hands of the barbarian, but again, like I said, it can't go to anybody else. It's permanently bound to her, which kind of sucks, but oh well, it is what it is. We still have other weapons we can play around with if we want. Why is Rocket crying? I think he's looking for Mrs. Gimpy and can't find her. Even though she's in our office. She's ignoring her. She's so mean to Rocket. Anyway, so there's some of our characters. So again, Barbarian. Then we have Durance, who is a priest with anger issues and apparently an eyeball issue too. Then we have the Grieving Mother, who is a Cipher. Kind of a pretty strong class there. She does all kinds of stuff. And then Aloth, our Wizard, for mainly area effect damage and a little bit of crowd control. But for most of the time, it's all about the damage for him. And dying. He gets knocked out a lot. Does he get personal stuff? crits, hits, damage taken, 9 times knocked out, 23. Oh, Gimpy's at 33. But Gimpy's a little bit more in front lines usually, too. I know these guys are newer to the group. She's at 17, catching up. Hey, Ring, welcome back. Happy Sunday. So anyway, we're in the Halls of Silence, and we're looking for something, I think. What are we still looking for? Rising Tide. Just move the functions of the key of sorts. It decides controls the flow of water through the lower floor of the Abbey, so that's what we're looking for. It's possible to flood the Halls of Silence with this, but it may be also possible to open gates that would allow the low tides of Andrites to escape. The low tide Andrites. So there's people in here that are imprisoned, basically. So if there's a mural that depicts that stuff. So anyway, we're just working our way through this, and again, we were originally trying not to kill everybody here, but it has turned into basically kill almost everybody now. Not my fault. It's the way they want us to go. So that's what we're doing. And being sneaky about it. Are we on rest? We're good on rest. We have 3 campsite preparations to go, which is, yep, camp things. Guess that's the way out. Probably. Guess I should go outside just to make sure this is a way out.
Light, flame.
Making friends everywhere. Ah. Well, that's an issue. So that was a way to get out of here. This is supposed to be a way to get in, too. Where's everybody? Where are we? Oh, never mind. We're good. It's at the precipice of a fissure that time. Whistling wind call for the depths of the crevice, mournful of whales, stuff. Case in centuries of rhyme, a gargantuan skeletal hand hangs awkwardly above the gap. Its fingers are splayed and blah, blah, blah. With only the ominous moaning of the crevice to disturb your thinking, you consider your options. Leave, because we don't want to go that way. We've been down here before. Go back in. That little wall of water thing we just saw, that's where we're supposed to be going in eventually, I believe, to get to where we need to be.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. Okay. Gimpy. Your weapon is. He's using the bow. Gimpy's been using the bow mostly because a lot of these areas are fairly tight. So, combat.
Now it's done.
Fireball.
Watch your fire!
Show them how it's done! Show them how it's done!
Good enough? Good enough. Still waking up. Oh, shit, that went to the wrong person.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Despite the icy sheen that covers these webs, their threads gently vibrate at the slightest disturbance. Is it a dead end? Not gonna reach that.
I'll see what's ahead.
Ooh, camping supplies. I'll fill this up to get us to 4. So, stuff. So this is just a dead end. Yep, dead end. Oh, can't get up there.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Silent as my feet. Okay, where do we want to go? I guess going this way. That's right, this is just a little room right there we can't really go into because it's not very big. Go this way. You can die now. Why? Oh, he charmed him. He just doesn't want to die. Daze him a little bit, maybe.
I'm ready. Lead the way.
Is he charmed again?
Yes. Yeah?
Can't be. Getting the... Just doesn't want to die.
Sure.
And if I find something good, you can have half.
Half. What if I want more than half? Not sure why that guy was so durable. Now the question is, where does this go? Up to the next level, but we didn't find stairs down from there? Or did we and just ignored it? We just ignored it? Or maybe we did come back down this way. Yeah, maybe not. Anyway, they don't like us anymore.
Hmm?
We shoot stuff. Just didn't hurt thing. He cast his spell already. Oh yeah. Divine blessing, so our people do a little bit better on crits and whatever.
Death!
How may I help?
All right. Blast that guy.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
She's doing soul ignition, so she's trying to burn people.
What? Death to our enemy.
Got friends.
I?
Need something better. Delayed fireball? Delayed fireball is always fun.
What?
Just to be careful, I'm gonna put our shield up.
Hey there.
Hey, Gimpy, get in there and help.
Yes?
Got more fireballs to throw around. Get your little images up just in case.
Hey there.
I'm ready.
You three need to be focusing on the same one. So go after that guy. Death Ray? Let's do Death Ray on that guy down there. We'll tear through some friends that way. Do your little bolt of light thing.
Yes?
Why is he down? So not so pretty.
I'm here.
Hey there.
Uh-huh.
A little bit of fear, terrorizing, whatever that does. He is... Air blessing. Nope. So, why isn't that working?
I'm ready.
Your little burning circle thing. There it is. Make it warm for them.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Frightening and confusing them. How about we charm them instead?
I?
Oh, chain lightning. Yeah, it's so durable sometimes for some reason. All kinds of junk. All kinds of junk. Okay, this is not where we wanted to be. We want to be back downstairs.
Easy does it.
Okay, so Borluck, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Sorry. Maritime understanding pointer and pillars returning mechanics. How does the rogue play? Well enough. It's about I have him doing dual wielding at the moment. Yeah. Well, he's switching between dual wielding and using a bow. Basically, when in tighter quarters, we use the bow because there's just not enough room for him to maneuver to have 3 people attacking the same target type stuff. Basically, mechanics is, stealthy-ish, picking locks, that kind of thing. That's what his main job is to do. But then dual wielding, currently using a rapier and a stiletto. Sorry, yeah, stiletto. And the idea is to attack the same stuff that your other melee people are attacking, so that way he takes advantage of sneak attacks. So, and it works pretty well. And he's using he can use weapons of different speeds, like now the rapier is fast and the stiletto is fast too. And then what else do we have? We have the dagger that's fast, another stiletto, another fast attacking dagger. Then we tried a sword on him too, I thought. The steadfast. Oh, I was going to use... Yeah, we kind of looked at this in the last session, where we're looking at the steadfast as a main weapon, as a main hand weapon, but it's not as good as the rapier, so that's why we're not doing it. But it's a soulbound weapon too, so it could be better. But right now it is... It's a direct comparison to the rapier. Unfortunately, there's not a value comparison to it, but yeah. But everybody can use this thing anyway. Damage-wise, it's the same, right? 1522, 1522. Got some will, got a resolve, but all this other stuff here. So, against the prone and stunned flanked enemies, that's a lot of extra damage there, 20%. Attack speed too, so it's just, even though it says it's fast, it's actually faster than that. And then we gave accuracy against vessel. I think that's actually built into that one. So it's good for beating up on the undead type units. Or did we give that? We might have done that as an upgrade, as an enchant. Yeah, slaying vessels. That's where that extra damage is coming from. So, I mean, the sword could be okay. The +2. See, they got the +12 accuracy too. This one is only 8. I don't know what it does. We could bind it and see what it does. And I screwed that up. Yes. And she's still using the Grace Layer, which doesn't need to be bound. Well, it is bound, so no big deal there. So actually, so this is actually got to be as an inventory, I guess. Of course, helps to click on the right character too. So anyway, we'll bind this and see how it goes. Have I played Baldur's Gate 3? Yes. Single player and multiplayer. Kill 5 enemies with steadfast with critical hits to unlock the next level. So we'll give it a try. Okay, so back that way.
Hey there.
Kimpy's got us. Yeah, he's good. He's all set there, dude. Melee.
Sure.
Massive coppery bones encased under the ice seem to be part of the hips of a giant skeleton. So is this area open down here, or? So what's this place supposed to... I mean, this looks like... This should be open to something. This is a way out. Or is it? Okay, so I'm not really going where I wanted to go. So nothing there. And this was a dead end down here. That's a dead end there. So how are you supposed to get to this area? Have I killed everything here, I guess is the question. Probably have. Oh, there was a gate thing. The Chamber of Tears. This is like supposed to like flood the place and everything, right? I think. Waiting for the slowpokes to get over here. So this whole area, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. There's nothing really there. Okay, so there are images engraved on the walls behind it. One of a rising wave, one of an open gate. Point the object toward the rising wave. Open gate. Open the gate. In the distance, you hear the mechanical snap of a rusted locks locking and the groan of iron hinges. Did we just empty it? These guys get to run free now. Stop them. No, don't stop them. Brethren, do not harm them. Echoing voices reach your ears. The words are unintelligible, but you can make out laughter, crying, and cheers. Soon after, shouts of alarm resonate in the distance. With a click, the machine releases its hold on the strange rod. You pack the vessel away. I was like, so we had a choice there. Let everybody go or flood them and kill them.
Andra's tides. Here's hoping the cold gets them before they reach a town.
So. Rabbit fur gloves, isn't that what Gimpy's supposed to be using? He is using rabbit. So we have multiple rabbit fur. No, sorry, that's a deflection. So where's the item we picked up? A quest thing? Andra's witness. So the ritual of sprinkling holy water is one of the most important traditions in the Andrite Church. For Andra's followers, it signifies not only a sanctifying of the church, but the actual presence of the Lady of Lament herself. All of Andrite's holy water comes from the ocean, and those who convey the water from sea to church on pilgrimages are held in great esteem among the Andrite faithful. The aspergillium takes the traditional shape of a spherical vessel set at the end of a long handle. with holes bored into the top to allow water to flow outward when this item is flicked. More uniquely, this shaft has been carved to look as though barnacles cling to it, and the vessel at the end has been made to resemble the moon Balaffa. So it appears to have crested in long wisps that wind around the object. I can't speak today yet again. So anyway, so that's the thing we're supposed to be recovering from here. And now that's supposed to allow us to get into that water gate that we saw earlier. So now we just have to get back up there. Look, we can walk on water. It's not really walking on water, it's just very shallow. Just closer. This. Let's go down that way.
Slowly now.
Sneaky now. My favorite computer RPG? My favorite one. There's a long list there. Favorite. I guess it depends. I don't know if I have a necessarily favorite. There's just so many good ones. I mean, the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I'm not a big fan of Baldur's Gate 3, but 1 and 2 there. Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2. Celasta is the gem in the rough type stuff. The sleeper. Celasta, a big favorite of that one. That's a big fan of that one. This is pretty good. This is my first time playing this, and I'm enjoying this. This is pretty good. What else? The Pathfinder games, Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous, were both pretty good. Wrath of the Righteous I like better though. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. It's just there's just too many good ones out there. Okay, now from here we're supposed to enter the reliquary. Over in my position, it may be what I need to access the reliquary. But again, it should be outside. Of course, now we have to kill people too. That might be in our way. They're smart, they won't be in our way. See? They're in our way. Kill this Belfseer first. Scramble their brains a little bit.
Aye?
A bit of free fireball. And you're going to want that to protect yourself a little bit. Is Kill People 2 a sequel to Kill People 1? Yes. Why do you ask such silly questions? Why such silly questions? This guy wants to be charmed.
I'm ready.
Kill you.
Tell me.
Barbaric yelled to do a little fear. Too fast. Okay, here comes the fireball. Looks like it's gonna miss a little bit.
How may I help?
Some friendlies in there we don't want to hit, so Hit him with the fireball, though. He'll appreciate it.
How may I help?
Magic missiles. That one needs to die.
Tell me.
Kill that one. Gimpy, kill that one. Mr. Priest, what should we do? 4 of those still, so burn them up. He's burning somebody. That's
How may I
fine.
help?
Come on, you pansy. Get back in there and fight.
I'm trying. Death Ray? Death Ray on that guy. He's having some trouble here.
Yeah?
You know, the tidal fist, that's a monk type, right?
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Here. Charm, that one. He's got scrolls I forget that he can use. Oh, look, an extra fireball. Oh, the missile barrage. Let's use that. Or Maelstrom. Maelstrom is burn damage, freeze damage, stuff. Not to be used on friends. This, though. Gimpy's down. Not dodging enough. Here, get Gimpy back up, please. Got that one charmed. Here, do it again. Okay.
Lead the way.
It scares them a little bit. How come the fire symbol hasn't gone off yet, or has it? Shoot that one.
How may I help?
Oh, you got all kinds of these, so. Magic missiles on you. Protection for us.
I?
Must be charmed. That guy's down, so he's gonna get beat up. Charm that one.
Tell me.
I'm
Meanwhile,
ready.
Hey there.
you guys beat up on that one.
Shed no.
Okay, fun fight. How come the symbol didn't go off? Grimoire of the Tides. Have we seen that one before? I'm not sure if we've seen that one before. I think we have, but I'm not sure. Oh, the stuff. So he has all the spells in this book. Oh, well. Storage it is. What are we doing? Doing okay for now.
Nice and quiet.
So maybe we could kill outside now. Although I don't think we've killed everybody inside. Okay, and we want to get up there. Which we can't get to from down here. We have to go back inside. Because there's no way up there. Okay. So back in we go. And we'll be over here to the Halls of Science. Halls of Silence. Have we been over here lately? Let's see who's in here. There we go.
Aye?
Stand back there. Get stuffed. Brain scrambling, maybe. Puppet Master. You want to be a puppet. Puppet Master didn't work so well there. Fate Binder, Spell Song, so you. It's him. So, Art Instinct, grant something intellect perception. Nope. Detonate. Detonate.
I'm ready.
Is he dead? He's dead. Okay, everybody focus on that one. I thought it matters. See? Didn't matter. Yeah, everybody's dead. Gimpy's really beat up, though. That was a Grimoire of the Tides. Don't need that. Junk. And we've already picked this place clean of stuff because we had permission to do it earlier. I should probably rest. Gimpy's beat up health, not too good shape, so we got plenty of camping supplies.
They'll never know I'm here.
We been in here? Sure, we've been in here. Once we went hostile. Be in here. That's fine.
I'll see what's ahead.
So Gimpy, that sword. Kill 5 enemies. Only 2 at 5, huh? Oh, you have to kill them with critical hits. Boo. You have a potion for that? Attack speed. Oh, there's his reputation. So where's his crit stuff? Active effects. These deflection sucks. Damage reduction's okay, though. So where's the crit number? Most crits can be 2980, which is his job, so it's not surprising there. Just Gimpy needs to talk to me. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. She's telling me she's going to go visit her mother, so she hasn't seen her in a week or 2, whatever it is. Okay, so the House of Science. This is not. This is the Abbey. This is the get outside, right? Is it? Yeah, this is not where we wanted to be. This didn't go where I thought it was going to go. We're supposed to be going up to that little waterfall. Wall of water, whatever it was. Not supposed to be going down, it's supposed to be going up. Top of the Abbey, I think that's where we're supposed to go. Sneaking, sneaking, sneaking. Okay, this isn't what I thought it was either. How the hell do I get up there? Silence, that doesn't help me. Ramparts of the Abbey. How do we get up there? Abbott's quarters, top of the Abbey. I'm not sure. How the hell did I get up there before? Okay, Mrs. Kippy needs to talk to me again. Be right. Be right back while I try to figure out where I'm supposed to go. Okay, I'm back. Run faster. I think this is the right way. The reliquary. That's where it's supposed to be going. Yep. Okay.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
Yeah, water flows upward from a thin slit that cuts along the tiles of the floor. The water swells and condenses when touched, forming an elastic barrier that resists any attempts to cross it. Except now. Guess that's where we're supposed to go. I'm going to guess that Andra's not going to be too terribly happy with us if we actually meet her because, you know, we killed all her faithful followers. They started it, though. We'll explore up here first. Look for the nice little hidden stuff that's probably crappy, because it usually is. That we won't enter yet. Nice big skull.
I guess the rest of the giant skeleton should have been our first clue.
Think. Cracks on its jawbone suggest that a forceful blow separated it from its skull. Forceful blow, so judging by the distance to the nearby skull, a tremendous force severed this vertebrae from the rest of its giant body. So the question is, whose actual body is this? Just more junk. Strange crystal formation of this rock, intact even after their collision against the thick bones of this giant skull, seemed to radiate with a warmth of their own. Aren't we lucky? Lodged between the rows of crystalline rock, a large fragment of metal protrudes. It looks like as though it might be possible to pry it loose. Pull out the metal fragment. At your touch, the splinter of metal begins to glow orange. Heat surges up your hands and arms and envelops you with such intensity you feel as though you are melting down. The heat spreads to the world around you. Just a second. sneeze. The heat spreads to the world around you, turns it orange and then yellow and then white. The ground, the sky, everything atop you drips in molten globs and begins to take shape beneath you as if in an invisible mold. You and the shard are the last things to melt and fall, and your addition to the molten pool completes the shape. Oh, shit. And your addition to the bubble bomb completes the shape of an immense hammer. The metal cools as quickly as it had heated. The handle is gripped now by two great leather hands, and the hammer is cocked back over his shoulder. It's broad and modeled as a hilltop. The wielder whirls around and heaves a hammer, and you are flying upward for what seems like ages into the airless blackness above. As you spin, you catch glimpses of a rock large enough to be a moon. It is close, far too close to the world. The force of the impact shatters hammer and stone alike. The rock is redirected outward, and a section of the front face is cleaved off and begins to fall, splintering apart at the cracks. In 100,000 fragments blossoming outward in all directions, debris showers the atmosphere, trailing smoke and fire.
Hello, Gimpy. It is time to take a break.
Below, land and sea are far
Go get
off,
some more water while you are up.
but gradually rising up.
This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Look at the sea. The largest of the fragments, wide as a city, barrels down in a fiery cocoon. Its size reduces as the edges immolate, but it won't burn up in time. It lands silently in the distant ocean, sending a column of water skyward and radiating ripples that spread like wrinkles in fabric. Then the sound comes tearing up through the sky. It sounds like thunder. Look at the land. Features are becoming clearer by the moment as you streak toward the earth. You are lodged in an enormous boulder, falling among other smaller fragments that heat and burst around you on all sides. Beneath you, snow-capped mountains rise up, dotted here and there by cities of stone and Adra. The impact will be the destruction of all of them. The shadow of your rock fragment is visible now, getting larger by the second. You are moments away from striking the ground when a massive shape throws itself into your path. The last thing you hear sounds like another rumbling impact, but that isn't what it is. It's a chuckle. Relieved, breathless, you hear two words: made it. Everything goes dark. You open your eyes. The metal hammer fragment has come free, and you now hold it in your hands. It is warm to the touch. The air around you is suddenly turbulent, spiteful. A cold, damp wind whips your face. Salt crystals collect in your nostrils and the creases of your eyes. The floor below you becomes blue-gray and glassy, churning and roiling, and when you fall, you crash through water. Violent waves hurl and spin you. Something slithers around your ankles, seizes you with incredible strength, drags you down into silty depths. When the pulling stops, you are hovering at the center of an endless blue abyss. You can see neither surface nor floor. You seem to be facing downward, but there is no way to be sure. A voice sounds from everywhere at once, and the immense pressure wave of each utterance sends you reeling.
Deceitful wretch! Grave robber! You who dig for that which you did not bury, speak! Explain yourself and be judged.
Hey, you're talking to a god. I seek a means of defeating an army that threatens my lands. Hey, look, honesty.
You seek what is mine, what was rightfully lost.
The outburst propels you, sending you end over end.
Your actions speak for themselves. The battery opened, the forge ignited. You conspired with souls that evaded my judgment, saw them infused into the very thing they had stolen from me. The dwarves sealed their own fate. The forge was meant to be forgotten. And now, here you are again, denying peace to the buried.
The turbulence around you calms, settles like a slow exhalation, and the vast dark seascape beyond the murk fades in. Rays of light trickle down from far above and onto green green gold columns of kelp that rise from the depths and sway back and forth in the current. Fish and mollusks patrol them in groups of hundreds and thousands, and the nearest pass you with watchful eyes. What do you mean the forge is meant to be forgotten?
It was never meant for mortal use. Such power, such truths lie within it. It can bring only ruin. When the Pargrunen came to the White March, they were peaceful. They shared common beliefs and purpose. Their visions for the Forge tore them apart. You have seen this for yourself. They would have destroyed themselves in the end.
Inconvenient that we'll never know.
You need only look to the history of your own civilization for assurance. How many wars, how many fallen empires might have been averted if only their leaders could forget the objects of their ambition? I mourned the loss of the Pargrunen. Misfortune brought them here. They did not deserve to end so soon.
It doesn't matter if something is remembered or forgotten. It's in the past in either case. What are the bones of one god doing sealed in the temple of another? The army that destroyed the dwarves, the eyeless, are they yours? What are the bones of the one god doing? Okay.
Do not play coy with a god, Watcher. I know you have seen his death. I feel it whenever a forgotten thing is taken from me. Abydon did not deserve to die here. This place, it was the least I could do to give his remains some privacy.
The least you could do.
The least I could do for ending his life.
Life drains from your surroundings. The kelp forest becomes a copse of black tendrils, stark and twisted as regret.
I called the moon down to me, Ioni brother. It was against his wishes. He would not listen to reason, would not listen to me. In his madness, he splintered the moon. But it was not enough. The greatest of the fragments still fell toward that which he would protect. In the end, he took position where it would fall, and absorbed the impact himself.
The blind were the moons. But why the temple? Why the secrecy? I thought these were the moons.
Ioni brother is their smaller sibling, tiny next to them.
Small enough that the world would survive its impact. Why the temple? Why the secrecy?
That time has been forgotten now, and so his death belongs to me. Everything he was before the impact.
Okay, just a second, Mrs. Gimpy. I just called and I need to do something real quick. Be right back. Okay, I am back. So, time's forgotten, and now his death belongs to me, everything he was before the impact. But he slew another god. Surely the other gods know this. Surely Abaddon must know. Ask. Current surges through the kelp's bed, pushing each plant sideways like saplings in a hurricane, propelling you backward amidst a torrent of wayward fish.
No! He cannot know! He must never know! Understand, he was not always as he is now. His body was not all he left behind. He was devoted to progress and industry from the beginning. But so too was he devoted to preservation. In those times he would let nothing go. Nothing could be forgotten. His will was iron long before his body.
Reservation, so that was why he went so far to oppose you. What was it he was trying to preserve?
Time has finished much of what I started. I cannot tell you that, mortal, for fear of undoing all its costly work.
Reservation, so that was why. You make it sound as though you were the sane one.
We agreed long ago, all of us, not to alter the course of Kith's civilization. Not directly. Not unless there were no other choice. But in this matter, there was no other choice. He understood that as well as anyone. It was for duty that he opposed it. I would have stopped it if I could, but by then it was too late.
You make it sound as though you were the sane one.
The other gods knew what had to be done, but they lacked the will to go through with it. Even gods have their attachments. To erase all knowledge of such a grand thing required unthinkable devastation. The Eastern Reach, Deadfire. Mine was the only solution. When I called down Ione Brother, they remained silent. Even Abaddon. He knew it was for the best. But he tried to stop it all the same. Perhaps deep down I knew he would. I should have expected it. I could have stopped it.
Something else.
You may ask.
It doesn't matter if something is remembered or forgotten. It's in the past in either case.
Memories are the spirits of the past. You of all people should know their sway on the present, Watcher.
Perhaps more than I care to admit.
Mortals measure the worth of their lives in memory. Who will remember me? How long until I am forgotten? Memory governs every thought, informs every choice. It can fuel passion, understanding, love, or it can create obsession, madness. You have seen it plague many souls in your travels. Consider the old Watcher who inherited unspeakable crimes from birth. Or the young woman who committed herself to Brackenbury for love of things she remembered she had. Or the Glonfathen boy for whom an old medallion was worth more than all the fruits of his labors. Or the former Crucible Knight whose political embarrassment embittered him against the organization whose ideals he treasured above all. They could be free from their burdens, if only they could forget.
Hey, Hurricane won't go back. Their problems go deeper than memory. Simply forgetting does not make them go away. Their burdens exist for a reason. Why should they be allowed to forget? If only it were so easy. Their problems are deeper than memories, but forgetting does not make them go away.
For some, perhaps. But for many, the memory is all that remains of it.
The light filtering down from the surface seems to focus on Manea.
You cast your troubling memories aside when you had the opportunity, and you have found the peace you sought.
It's funny. I remember feeling bad, but I don't remember why. It's like having scars for wounds you don't remember. As long as they don't reopen one day, I can live with that.
The source of those wounds is long gone. The memory was all that could do you harm.
I'd leave my own memories behind if I could, but they haunt me whether or not I remember them. There was value in the memory, despite the harm. Responsibility runs deeper than memory. Value.
Even when problems have run their course, memory can be the stone that sinks you into the abyss.
You made your point. I'm still not sure I agree, but no matter.
Your past has not overwhelmed you yet. Wait. Was there something else, mortal?
Why did you pull down the moon?
The great conundrum of a god is how close to become with your subjects. Too far and they lose hope. Too close and your own judgment fails. Civilizations are meant to ebb and flow. Allow them to persist for too long in power or knowledge, and you invite catastrophe. There was a time when we let our sympathies get the better of us. When memories were allowed to persist that should have been washed away. The other gods could not be moved to act. I did what had to be done without them.
You were too close to civilization. Which do you speak of?
I speak of what is forgotten. I failed that day, but my purpose was achieved in the end. I will not dredge up the memory to satisfy idle curiosity.
Oh, would they be the only ones who know? The army that destroyed the dwarves, the eyeless, are they yours?
What the world casts aside, I take into my care. A thing may be forgotten, but it is never alone as long as I am here. They were lost children, abandoned, fixed on a purpose that no longer had meaning. I took them in, gave them new purpose. I did not create them, but yes, they are mine.
You created the eyeless, if not you.
You must have some idea. The metal bones, the hands shaped for building. Who else but Abaddon could conceive such children? They were his assistants. They carried out his work on Aora. He shaped their bones in the White Forge, breathed his own spirit into them as a bellows sparks a flame. But he has long been the overseer of progress in the world. Leaving things behind has always been his way. I allow him to leave his past in my care, so that it does not hold him back.
You haven't have a unique connection then. It's something else to discuss. No, that.
I suppose we do. But then, the gods have always been able to accomplish far greater things when working together.
Nearby you see a spark pass through a school of fish. The fish scatter, evading the predator. Oh, it's always shark. It's something else.
Speak your mind.
What new purpose did you give them?
Some things that are forgotten must never be remembered.
That's convenient.
Not merely for the benefit of those who forgot, but for the entire world. There can be no second thoughts, no sympathy or stays of execution. The eyeless were born to fulfill this task, though even their creator did not know it. They are single-minded and relentless.
You mean they kill those who remember what you want forgotten?
They do not flinch when called upon to do what is necessary. Kith owe them a great debt for the troubles they have hidden away.
Nothing else.
You may ask.
Now, you say on one hand you had to call down the moon, yet on the other that you would have stopped it for Abaddon.
The death of a god is a calamity. You are living in the aftermath of one such death. Surely you can understand.
But they can't get in the way. What about yours for Abaddon?
He deserved better. Of all the other gods, he was the only one who acted, who held to his convictions.
Goddess of relentlessness must have appreciated such a quality.
Yes. I admired him for that.
But it's more than that. You loved him. The pull and push of the current become long and heavy like a sigh.
Whatever he was to me, it was not meant to last. Always our duty is to Aora first. I knew he opposed what I intended, that he would wish to preserve what I meant to destroy. I knew it would cause a rift that might never be mended. but I never imagined he'd go so far. I never imagined it would mean I would never know him, as I once did.
He doesn't remember dying. Why not begin again with him?
Because it might cause him to remember. No, mortal. Better that we should exist as we are now. What happened once must never happen again. Bad enough that I am cursed to remember it. You may ask.
I need you to call off the eyeless.
On the contrary, mortal, their work must continue. Far too much was uncovered while they lay dormant.
Draw attention to the very things you wish hidden. In my dreams, I have seen them swarming over the Direwood.
Those who know too much of the White Forge will be washed clean from Aora, and then the eyeless shall rest once more.
This isn't some lone tribe of dwarves. The Forge sees visitors from all over now. The eyeless will tear the Direwood apart. It will never be forgotten. The sea life around you stirs back and forth, agitated, restless.
Even if it is as you say, there is nothing that can be done. The eyeless do not think for themselves. They have only the purpose that is given to them. They do not stop until the purpose is fulfilled. They will not change course now for me or anyone. I am sorry.
This was your doing. You must intervene. Coda said they could be called off. If you don't stop them, then I will. This is your doing. You must intervene.
The interventions of gods seldom work out in anyone's favor. Our touch is too heavy. The world crumbles beneath it. It is why we so often enlist the help of mortals. They execute our wishes with greater care. I have done far too much already.
Coda said that they could be called off. He was the guy we tried to replace.
Only if those they pursue are no longer a threat. The raid Sarens were stopped before they could take the White Forge. In your case, Watcher, you are well beyond that now. And if what you say is true, then the Direwood is as well.
You won't stop them, then I will.
Your determination is commendable. But the eyeless number in the thousands. You will need more than strength or luck.
Help of a god would be most welcome.
I will give you what aid I can. I bade the eyeless to remain hidden when at rest. They are gathered in the hollow of a great rock, splintered from Ione Brother. It lies in a flooded crater known as Kairin's Scar. Know, too, that they were built to answer the call of their master's hammer. When they hear it strike, they come to its aid. If you were to take that piece of his hammer from here and reshape it in Abaddon's forge into a likeness of the original, you might be able to call them to you. But destroying them would be another matter. I know of one way, but only from the center of the Lion's Den. Only with their master's hammer in your service. If you can do all this, if you can reshape what remains of Abaddon's hammer and bring it inside their lair, I can instruct you there on what you would need to do.
Easier if you told me now.
Nothing I say will make sense until you see it for yourself, mortal. We share a common purpose now. I will see you through it when the time comes.
Get this, eyeless aren't my problem. Someone else can handle it. Or make the hammer on the White Forge and stop the eyeless.
If you do not, be assured, they will come for you as they did for the Pargrunen.
Uneasy turbulence disturbs the calm like an unwelcome thought.
Careful as you approach the lake. When I claimed the eyeless, I made sure they would not be discovered while they slept. Many of my most devoted followers stand watch there. They will not allow you near. And there is something far worse. Something more fearsome and dangerous than any eyeless. Let us hope you do not attract its attention.
Oh, I'm sure we will. More dangerous? You can't add that. Can't add that it is in there. You can't just add that in there casually. In place of an answer, a sudden surge in the current from beneath sends you hurling upward. The surface above you approaches fast, shifting and glimmering like quicksilver. You emerged soaking wet on the stone floor of the reliquary, gasping for breath as if you'd been holding it for hours. Okay, that went way longer than I thought it would. I should have taken a break before that started. Because I do need to take a break. So we got the next stuff to do. All kinds of stuff. Stairways on that way to go too. So we're still not done here. Last street completed, but road returns to the stronghold. Oh, that's a quest thingy. Last tree, all that. And we got glittering gauntlets. Dazzling. Plus 90 deflection. Character hit by self day. Oh, we should give this a Gimpy maybe. Deflection. Gimpy's using right now. That's a damage multiplier. This makes so Gimpy doesn't get killed so often, I think. But we have to go back to the base for that one. Anyway, like I said, I do need to take a break. I need to take a break. And I will be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.